American Triple Crown wins. Kentucky Derby. Medina Spirit is an American thoroughbred racehorse who won the 2021 Kentucky Derby. He qualified for the race by winning the Robert B. Lewis Stakes and finishing second in both the San Felipe Stakes and Santa Anita Derby. He was ridden by jockey John Balatketh in his fourth Derby triumph and trained by Bob Baffert in his record seventh Derby victory. The horse was a long shot with consensus odds at 12-1. Medina Spirit is a dark bay colt bred in Florida by Gail Rice. He is from the first crop of multiple graded stakes winner Protonico, who stands at Castleton Farm. Protonico is by Giant's Causeway, who was a multiple Group 1 winner in Europe. Nicknamed the Iron Horse, Giant's Causeway was later a leading sire in North America. Medina Spirit was the first foal produced by Mongolian Chang'e, a daughter of Brilliant Speed who won one of 6 starts. Medina Spirit was foaled on April 5, 2018, but his dam was at first unable to produce milk for him. Rice used some colostrum that had been saved from another mare, providing the foal with crucial nutrients and antibodies. Mongolian Chang'e soon began to nurse normally and the colt developed into a standout, known for his competitive spirit. Medina Spirit attracted little attention when he was entered in the Ocala Breeders' Sale of January 2019. He was sold for the minimum $1,000 to Christy Whitman, who later resold the colt to bloodstock agent Gary Young, who purchased it for $35,000 for Amra Zidane. At the Ocala July 2-year-old sale, Zidane had been interested in the colt in part because one of his friends, Usama Aboghazaleh, had owned Protonico. Zidane named the horse for Medina, the second holiest city in Islam after Mecca and also the capital of the Medina province of Saudi Arabia. Medina is the hometown of both Zidane and Aboghazaleh. Medina Spirit was sent into training with Hall of Famer Bob Baffert. Initially under assistant Mike Marlowe, Medina Spirit kept surprising his connections by outworking the more expensive colts that Baffert's stable is known to attract. "He reminded me of Silver Charm," said Baffert, referring to his first Derby winner from 1997. Quote, "He doesn't know how much he cost, in his only race as a 2-year-old. Medina Spirit won his debut in a maiden special weight race over 5 + half a furlong at Los Alamitos Racecourse on December 11, 2020. He wied for the early lead with Sensemaker, running the first quarter mile in 22.20. He took the lead turning for home and kicked clear to win by 3 lengths. Medina Spirit made his first start as a 3-year-old in the Sham Stakes at Santa Anita Park on January 2, 2021. The heavy favorite was Life is Good, who went to the early lead and set sensible fractions while maintaining an advantage of 3 to 4 lengths down the backstretch and into the stretch. Medina Spirit, who had raced in second throughout, made a late run to close to within 3/4 of a length. His next start was in the Robert B. Lewis Stakes on January 30, where he went off as the even money favorite in a field of 6. He went to the early lead and turned into the stretch with a 1-length lead. Hot Rod Charlie then started to inch closer, closing to within half a length in mid-stretch. From further back, Roman Centurion also started to close ground rapidly. In a blanket finish, Medina Spirit hung on to win by a neck over Roman Centurion, with Hot Rod Charlie a nose behind in third. Medina Spirit made his next start in the San Felipe Stakes on March 6. He was the second betting choice to Life is Good, who went to the early lead and was never challenged, winning by 8 lengths over Medina Spirit, with Dream Shake third. After the race, Baffert had minor throat surgery performed on the colt to improve his breathing. He came second again in his final Derby prep, the Santa Anita Derby on April 3. Rock Your World, in his first start on the dirt, unexpectedly went to the early lead and pulled away in the stretch over Medina Spirit with Dream Shake again in third. The 2021 Kentucky Derby, held on May 1 at Churchill Downs, attracted a deep field of 19. The favorite was the undefeated champion Essential Quality, who had won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and Bluegrass Stakes. Other highly regarded contenders included Rock Your World and Muntaloon. Medina Spirit was largely overlooked at odds of 12-1. Jockey John Balatketh decided to change tactics for the race after having rated the colt in the Santa Anita Derby. Instead, he sent Medina Spirit to the early lead, running the first quarter mile in 23.09. They avoided a potential pace duel when Known Agenda broke poorly on the rail and Rock Your World got bumped at the start. Instead, Soup and Sandwich pressed the place for the first 3 quarters, then fell back and eventually finished last. Mandaloon close to within a head as the field turned for home, with Hot Rod Charlie close behind. Medina Spirit and Mandaloon battled down the stretch with Medi